Well, is it another time for another collection tour? I think it is. Well, guys, today we'll be doing another collection tour update of 2024. I'm really excited for this one because a lot of pieces left the collection and a lot of pieces entered the collection at the same time. So this is sort of a progress collection tour. I'm not fully happy with it yet because I have a couple of figures coming in that I really want to do like an ultimate collection tour towards the end of the year. But this is something I know that you guys have been wanting to see. You know, a lot of you guys in a lot of live streams that I've been recently of 2024, even the previous year, a lot of you guys were wondering, where is my collection? You know, it's usually not in the background. You know, I see a blank wall in the back, or I see posters like Empire Strikes Back and The Mandalorian. Like, where is it? So today I'll be doing a collection tour just to show you guys I do have a collection. And if you guys have seen my other previous videos, there is a collection, don't worry. But this one is, I think it's pretty good so far. I like it, but there's always room for improvement. But let's just go ahead and check it out. All right, let's go. Starting off with the first shelf, we have Anakin Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith. Now, yes, I did buy a second Anakin just because I wanted the light side version with Obi-Wan. I love Anakin too much to just have one, so you'll be seeing more than one Anakin in the collection for sure. But this is one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. Having Obi-Wan Anakin, this is a dream display for me because I've always wanted to have these two figures, and now I do. So, I mean, Obi-Wan looking great. These are simple poses, but effective. So, yeah. Down here we have Daredevil and the Punisher, and also Moon Knight. I wanted to create a Midnight Sun display. I had Ghost Rider for a little bit, but that Ghost Rider had some issues, so I decided to let that one go. But having these three in the display is enough for me. Moon Knight is such a killer figure. If you guys haven't seen my video on it, go check out my posing video on it. But having Daredevil and Punisher coming back to the MCU and seeing some behind the scenes photos is really exciting. And I'm really amped up for the new show. So cannot wait to have these guys, the new versions coming out. But having these guys as a placeholder, you know, one of my favorite TV shows of all time is Daredevil, and close second is definitely Punisher. But yeah, these two look great. Simple poses, but effective. Down here, we have the Book of Boba Fett sort of display. We have the Tusken Raider Boba Fett, and we also have Boba Fett, bird poop pigeon Boba Fett, and with Cad Bane, one of my favorite bounty hunters of all time, if not my favorite bounty hunter, Cad Bane. Having Cad Bane next to Toto, and also the Boba Fett is pretty cool. But I do plan on making this display a little better, but for the meantime, this will do. But yeah, man, Cad Bane, probably a figure contender of 2023 for sure. I mean, that figure definitely blew my mind. Just ultimately, it is a great piece. Then down here, we have a small selection of the DC. I do have Cyborg, I do have Nightmare Batman, and we do have Superman. Don't know what to do with these figures yet, just waiting on my Justice League figures. I'm gonna have them all displayed in one shelf. But this Nightmare Batman is sick. I've always wanted Nightmare Batman. And finally we have Cyborg, Black Suit. Superman sucks that Henry Cavill is not playing Superman again. But just to have these guys, you know, that will do. But I don't know, I'll see what I do if I want to keep these figures or not with the Justice League team. So then next shelf we have, as you guys know, one of, if not the best film of 2021, No Way Home. 3 generations of Spider-Man, 3 generations of cinema. You know, this was a culmination of great Spider-Man films into one, having Tobey Maguire to go, my favorite Spider-Man of all time, next to Tom Holland and also Andrew Garfield, and also Doc Strange in the back. Just pretty cool. This pose was kind of inspired by Nick Collectibles, so shout out to Nick. But yeah, I'm still debating if I want to get the red and blue suit, but this will suffice for now. I absolutely love this display. It's probably my favorite display at the moment. But yeah, finally have the No Way Home line. So I mean, I don't know what more could you ask for, really? So really great. Down here we have the Clone Wars era. We have Clone Wars Ahsoka with Clone Wars Maul and Bo-Katan. So I mean, these are pretty cool figures. I got them for a pretty good deal. I got Ahsoka and Maul for a pretty good deal, so I can't complain much. Bo-Katan in the back. This display is still unfinished, but it's a work in progress for sure. But absolutely love these three together on the shelf. Love Ahsoka, I love Darth Maul. That whole fight scene in Mandalore was just so epic. One of the best duels for sure in Star Wars. But yeah, great display in my opinion. Then down here we have, again, Ahsoka next to Anakin's son, the Jedi, Luke Skywalker. These two figures are great. What can I tell you? I mean, we saw them again in the Book of Boba Fett, and it was great seeing these two characters interact, especially the fact that Ahsoka is the first time meeting Luke Skywalker, Anakin's son. So that must be pretty cool. Absolutely love this display. Having these two together on the shelf really is kind of poetic in ways. So, yeah, killer figures. I mean, the Ahsoka figure I don't post too much just because of the arm issue. Thankfully, I don't have that issue. But down here, we have two of the best Spider-Man villains, in my opinion. Carnage and Venom. Poses are not that great. They're not dynamic too much just because of the space that they have is limited. But also, they're big. They're big figures. So I'm still. This is still an unfinished display, but I soon once I make another collection tour video, I will have these guys posed up in their rightful way. So next shelf has got to be this guy right here. Now this guy, the 2-pack Joker is the best 2-pack. Having the interrogation scene, having the jail cell just adds so much to display, and this is just a beautiful piece. It's the first great my first great, purchase with InArt. It's a good, impression of him. So I can't wait to get more from him. Having these two Jokers, and you will see the other Joker soon. But yeah, absolutely killer piece. I mean, having the handcuffs there, yeah, pretty cool. I mean, when the whole thing is basically made of die-cast metal, and the floor is actual wood, so that's pretty cool. Down here we have the Batman from the Batman film from 2022. Love this piece too. I mean, a lot of people have issues with it. I don't. I think it's a great Batman piece. Having with a bat signal, they add so much to the display. But if you were to tell me which one do I prefer, I think A&R definitely crushed it when it came to releasing the best figure. However, I'm pretty happy with the Batman here from Hot Toys. I know Riley did such an incredible review on both figures. I know he's a big fan of this film, and I am too. But I think this one will definitely suffice for me. We'll see if I do get that other one, but this one will definitely be okay for now on the display. I love this film, so Down here we have the Book of Boba Fett having Fennec Shan and Boba Fett on the throne. We see that towards the end credits of season 2 of The Mandalorian. Love this display. This is something I didn't really think I would do, but I said, you know what? I love Star Wars so much. I love Boba Fett and Fennec. Might as well have this display. And I pretty much had this on display for a while now. It's been like this since I pretty much got it. Yeah, the throne takes a lot of space. I mean, you're paying for the throne. I got these two figures for a good deal. I didn't pay retail for it, but it's such a killer display. If you have the space, if you have the money, go for it. It's a worth display. Down here, one of the most anticipated films of 2024 has got to be, or the most anticipated film of 2024 has got to be Deadpool and Wolverine. I am so excited to get to see those two interact. Finally, I mean, we've seen them in Wolverine Origins, but this is actual Deadpool and actual Wolverine interacting. Excited for the film, having the Days of Future Past Wolverine with the Deadpool 2 and also Cable in the back. Great way of me kind of showing my X-Men. I really want more X-Men figures, so I love Hugh Jackman. I love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and Cable as well. So this is a great sort of a small portion of the X-Men that I really want to get. I still want to get more X-Men figures. So yeah. Now here is the biggest display. Now this right here is the middle shelf. This is where my big figures go. The No Way Home villains. This is I think I say that the three Spideys are my favorite shelf, but this might be my favorite shelf, just because having these 3 or 5 villains on shelf with the Green Goblin right there in the middle, and Doc Ock and Electro, and having the Lizard Base and Sandman. I mean, come on, like that's such a cool display. It's one of my favorite displays in the collection for sure. Love Alfred Molina. as Doc Ock, Electro, Jamie Foxx's Electro, and obviously Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin. Love this display, and I'm really I'm really happy with my No Way Home display. But yeah, this is what I look at every day whenever I'm done with work, or anything that I do. So yeah, love, and you can see we have the No Way Home line there. Great display. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Just killer. Now this shelf, I went pretty crazy with this one. I decided to buy almost every single clone that I can get my hands on, and I did. I'm not happy with it. I still have to pick up a few more clones. So this is what it looks like. We got the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch is a hard line to collect when it says Crosshair. It's pretty much hard to obtain. Tech is the only one that's pretty much available to complete, but I will get Tech, don't worry. We have the 501st Troopers. I have 3 501st Troopers, Jesse, 2 Coruscant Guards, Rex, Captain Vaughn. Still a progress shelf, but I soon hope to complete it, But this is something that's what I'm currently working on right now. But so far, this is pretty good, but there's obviously more room to improve. But yeah, Clone Wars is an era that I love so much, and I don't mind collecting multiples of clones. And now I'm addicted to the Clone Wars line. So just killer display. Like I said, still needs to be finished. Hope to finish it by the end of the year. Once I'm done with my collection, you'll be seeing pretty much my ultimate display. Like I said, this is a progress display. Down here, we have one of my favorite films, if not my favorite film of all time, The Dark Knight. You can see I have the Bad Pod with a DX19 that's going incredibly low in value, considering the fact that we got 2 of those armories. And we also have, obviously, the purple coat Joker, which is a great Joker. Having Joker next to the Bad Pod kind of resembles the scene where he says, hit me, when the Bad Pod comes towards him. But obviously, Batman deflects it because he doesn't kill anyone. So yeah, the Bad Pod takes up a lot of space, takes a lot of real estate, but having this display is worth it for sure. Worth it. Yeah, great. Do I want to pick up the new Batman? I don't know. I'm pretty happy with this one so far, but we always want to get more improvements on figures, so we'll see. But I love this piece. It's great. I can't complain much about it. It's a great piece. The Bad Pod takes up a lot of space. Can't wait to get Bane, Catwoman, those guys in the display, because The Dark Knight is, like I said, my favorite film of all time. So yeah. Down here is the Endgame. It's not a great site to look at the moment, just because I'm not really finished with the Endgame line. I think the Endgame line is something I might start to sell and just let go. Sort of iffy on it, but having the Trinity here with Thanos, like I said, it's not a great display yet, but it will be soon. But I'm still deciding whether or not if I want to keep this display, but it's good so far. It's good. Now here's a shelf that I'm absolutely impressed with too. Having Kenobi Vader next to Darkseid Anakin, sharing that sort of like that poetic thing with Star Wars, is having a character like Anakin that just turned into Darth Vader but hasn't fully achieved being Darth Vader. I mean, we're seeing just a glimpse of Darth Vader, and then we see him in the suit being the ultimate Vader. This is my first Vader ever, and all I can say, it's probably the best. It's probably the best figure of 2024 so far. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, from the USB light up features, the head sculpt, the rolling eye system, great. I think it's probably the definitive Vader. The only thing I don't like about it is pretty evident. It's the pleather outfit, but it is what it is. I do plan on picking up a second Kenobi Vader, just to have both display options, but we'll see. But Darkseid Anakin is something I will probably not sell, even if they do reissue it. I don't mind even keeping this one, just because Revenge of the Sith is my favorite film of all time. So yeah, this is one of my favorite displays as well. It's such a great display, and yeah, there goes there. And here is the Clone Wars Anakin. Now this is a figure I didn't think I would get. However, because of the Clone Wars, I'm such a huge Clone Wars fan, and the fact that we're getting an Obi-Wan, the reason why I didn't want to pick this up in the first place is because it didn't release a Obi-Wan Clone Wars. And now they did, and now I have the one pre-ordered. Can't wait to have these two displayed. The stab and the pose is not my pose. I don't want to take the credit. Easy Company Collectibles and a little bit of Ride the Reviews inspired me for this. So shout out to those two guys. for the poses. But yeah, the stab was worth it. I mean, I got it for a crazy good deal, pretty much brand new. And yeah, love this display. Can't wait to have Obi-Wan next to him. Yeah, no, this is pretty cool. I can't wait. I really can't wait to complete the whole Clone Wars line. Down here we have season 2 Mandalorian. This is sort of like the fight in where Moff Gideon and Mandalorian, the Mando fight. Sorry about that. And yeah, no, it's pretty cool display. Like I said, this is, again, it's unfinished, still work in progress. But you know, Moff Gideon is a good figure too. You know, the definitive Mandalorian right now, the Mando we have is this guy right here, the Chrome Mando. Great looking piece. Season 3 was not that great, you know, personally, but season 1 and season 2 were pretty solid. Down here we have OG Goblin with Mysterio. Like I said, unfinished display here. You know, this is sort of a placeholder here, just kind of like, oh, you know, I'm gonna leave this here. But I do plan on posing these guys crazy. So yes, I did buy the Goblin with the glider. I have both of the glider, but I don't have the space to display both gliders, so I have this one standing like that. Mysterio right there, so yeah. Well, I mean, guys, that pretty much does it for the collection. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, I know you guys have been asking for a video like this for a long time, but like I said, another collection tour will be happening later in the year, so make sure you guys subscribe and leave a like and post, you know, put your notifications on for more upcoming videos. I'm trying to pump out these videos, so yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye-bye.